Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've had a lot of big things have happened in the last little over a year. Now in Texas, I'm no longer doing the job that I was before, and I had another bout with cancer. So that is number 4. A lot of stuff going on in this for me in my life. Anyway, starting to really want to get back into bowling practice. I'm still bowling league, but that's about it. I haven't been practicing much, well, really at all. I'm just doing the one night a week league, and that's it. I'm still maintaining a decent average. I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing ever. I finished last season with a 214 average, which is okay. It's fine. Hoping for more, but it's an improvement over the year prior, where I had 2 bouts of cancer during that season, so that affected me quite a bit. But right now I've got a 210 average. I've been struggling a lot, and so that's basically the basis for this video, is that I originally had my balls drilled the typical way, which is, the standard size hole, and then you put an insert in there that fits your finger. And that worked fine for a while, but now, since I think it's more my up and down in weight because of this cancer treatment, and then me trying to be in a good place and maintain a weight. I haven't been in a very good place, so I've kind of bulked up a little bit. I'm quite a bit heavier than I'd like to be, but the thing is, and the thing that I've been struggling with for the past month, is that when I release the ball, my fingers sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I'm talking upwards of 50 to 60% of the time, it doesn't release cleanly, and I can't seem to fix it with the inserts there. If I sort of put a little powder on my hands or try to wash it off and dry it so it's more of a clean release, it doesn't seem to make a difference. So as I release, it holds to my finger just a fraction of a second longer than if it was just a clean release. And so when that happens, since it holds while I'm rotating my wrist to throw the hook, I put a little extra revs on it, and then I also lose a little bit of speed, because I'm now, rather than having the forward momentum with the swing, I now have more of it's now on the upswing. So I lose a little bit of speed, and I put extra revs in it, so it typically goes through the head, and sometimes I get lucky and it goes Brooklyn, and leave a 5-pin, or sometimes I strike. But the other times I go through the head pin and I'll leave a 3-6-10 or 3-6 or what have you, or one of the naughty splits, the 7-10, the big 4, that sort of stuff. So what I've done is, and let me flip the camera around, is that I had all of my balls plugged, and then re-drilled for the exact size of my fingers. And so this one's a lot more obvious. You can see the plug. You can see the plug around here of where the old drilling holes was. And then obviously these are drilled specifically for my fingers, so they fit just perfect. And so this is the Roto Grip TNT. This is my Storm IQ Tour Ruby, and then my preferred ball is the Motiv Sky Raptor. So all of them are like that now, and so I got that done last week. And so I've been adjusting to the new process. I bowled with them 2 nights ago in my regular league, and I finally, for the first time in I think 10 weeks, I shot a 222, a 226, and a 269 for a 717 series, and that's the first time that I had thrown a 700 series since the first week of the league, and so very happy. And so that's what today is about. More practice with the balls. Realistically, it's probably just going to be the Sky Raptor, just because are either fresh flames or they've only had a very few games bowled on them. So, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, my average right now in league is 210, and so I'm going to challenge myself a little bit just because not a lot of pressure. So I'm going to shoot for an average of 215 bowling 4 games, and then I'm going to this video with what I've seen some of a couple of smaller bowling YouTube channels do, is they pick a random number somewhere around their average and see if they can bowl that specific score. And sort of, I'm going to go through the process of what my thoughts are as I approach whatever score that is. So I will choose that now, I suppose. End of the video, that's what I'll be doing. I'll welcome you all back. Appreciate you sticking with me and taking enough time to watch this video, come back around. I hope you enjoy it, so let's get to it. Alright, so here we go. This is not a house that I typically bowl at. I needed to get out of the house today and just go bowling. The house that I'm at has a league in the early afternoon, and so I'm over at a different house. I haven't bowled at this house since I moved to Texas. I bowled here once or twice. I'm not completely sure how long the pattern is. It sort of felt like it was about 41 or 42 feet the last time that I bowled here. I don't know if they've updated that, changed it, or anything, so let's get going. I'm completely cold. I haven't warmed up the joints in this old body of mine. So starting here on the 32 board with my feet, and we'll see how it goes. They seem to be fresh, or only maybe a couple of games on them. That wasn't quite as much movement as I was expecting. That didn't move very much. So. Again, this is a 4-game set, just practicing for the new drillings for the balls. The current average right now, as I sit in my league, is 210. I'm going to shoot for a 215 average. It didn't move as much as I would like, so I'm going to move over one board. I'll now be on the 31 board with my feet. That's a little bit better. Yes, I would definitely say that these are fresh. It's not very much movement. Not as much as I typically expect. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but the head pin keeps coming down and being slightly to the left toward that 2-pin, just ever so slightly, and I don't know if that's going to affect anything or not. Well, that's an interesting one. Moved my feet and didn't realize it. I moved my feet back to the 32 board on that one when I meant to be on the 31. Realized that halfway through my approach, I tried to change the angle of the ball a little bit, and it was basically a fail. So it's got a chance. Not quite. Okay, back at the 31 board. I've left that 9-pin twice on two pretty good balls. Joints are nice and warmed up, so I can sort of bend down just a touch more for the release. Again, 31 board. Okay, that was just a touch right. Just came in a little high. There we go. There we go. Just a touch. It came off the fingers pretty good. So just a couple extra rubs on it. Had it come in a little heavy. 9-pin just does not want to go down. pushed it out maybe 2.5 boards further right, because the last one did come in a little heavy, so it looked like that worked. It's much further right than I wanted. Okay, final ball of the 10th. Strike gives me 196. Okay, so they're kind of breaking down a little bit. So first game 194, not terrible. A couple of 9-pin leaves that really derailed me, but seems like they're kind of breaking down a little bit right before my breaking points and starting to break a little bit earlier. So I'm going to move over a board. We're back at the 32. Okay, so that's good. Oh. Head pin down. And back at 32. Lose my balance. Understandable. Throwing bob. This is again a 28-year-old ball. Bob's got a lot of mileage. If he could run for Congress. Nice balance system. A little bit better. Still struggle with balance here and there. Still adjusting to the physical changes of what's happened to my body. Wow, not expected. Figured that was just a 10-pin, but nope. Nope. Keep it sort of flat line on the inside. Might be the best bet, just like that last ball. And then I hit my mic. That worked out. Good. All right. It's inside, push and hold. Good. Light. Really needed that last one for a nice game. And that head pin is off to the left. Don't like it. So second game 213. Definitely wasn't terrible. Seems like the oil has kind of balanced out and it's pretty consistent now. I'm not far off my line too much ball to ball. Board here, board there. But again, being this is a house pattern, not too much of a big thing. You got those two opens in the middle, and the oil is sort of spreading around. All right, game 3. Good ball, felt really good off the hand. I don't know if I pointed it out in the intro, I can't remember now. But the lanes here, like, for me, a little nostalgic since I started really bowling in about 1997. But while the lanes themselves are synthetic and are fairly new, the approaches are the old school wood. And so I really like it. You can see like dings and dents and stuff from that have been thrown or dropped, as it were, years and years ago. I think it's cool. And then I think on camera you can see the transition, but I like it. Okay, well that was very light. You want to move at the end there. Okay, still got my feet at 32. That's all right. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but right before the oil ends, it just kind of stops. It straightens out, goes straight, and then it starts to break. It's not like a clean, continuous curve or line, where once it hits the dry, it immediately starts to action. When you take off toward the pins, it sort of just sits, goes straight. It's like a half transition. I do think that head pin being just slightly left is sort of, it's deflecting. It's not going through the pins as it would if that head pin was in the right place. I think realistically all 3 of the 9 pins would have gone down if that head pin had not been to the left. I'd be scoring a lot different if that was the case. It's still slightly to the left. Every time. See if I can break this Dutch 200 I got going. Right down the center. Held. Far right. That's a good ball. Go down. Yeah, really good ball. Really stable release on my part. Felt good, nice and balanced. Lucky on that. I think that one was more speed. This house doesn't have a speedometer or anything telling you the speed of the balls. Yeah, it felt good off the hand, but it did lack a little speed. Oh, lost it. Well, there went that one. That was a good game. 207. Whew, I gotta go big one. So 194. First game, 21 down. 230. That's 23. And now 207. That's another 8. So 31 pins under where I need to be. 4th game. Come on. And again, without those 9 pins, I'd be right where I need to be. This house is not loving me. Too far right, too fast. And that head pin over on the left again. Okay, a little high, we're bucked out. Okay, well I need about 8 more of those. I just punch out. You know, a 270, it'll work. that far right. Didn't get there too quick, so it held. Didn't come in early. Same thing on that. Far right, the line was good. Said hold there. All right. Nope, that's through the head. No way that held. I can't believe that held. No way. Some bowling karma for those 9 pins earlier. Darn it. Okay. Well, I did what I needed to do to get the average. If I get this strike, that's 249. It's 34 over. Right at 215. And that head pin over on the left. Okay. Now, got what I wanted, got what I needed, right where I wanted to be. That's good. And a house that I don't bowl at, so not bad. Not bad. Okay, so like I said in my intro, this final game that I'm going to bowl is for fun. I saw it trending on some other bowling YouTube channels, and so this last one is a random game, and see if we the thought process behind how I'm going to achieve that score. So my parameters are a little bit of a challenge on one side, and then obviously quite a bit lower on the other end, because it's still, you still have to work. So my parameters, and here's the picture. 175 would be the low side, and 220 on the high side. Number I got was 179. For me, it's a little bit of wiggle room for me, just because of where my average lies. So I'm going to try to get as high as fast as I can, and then I can play around a little bit, hopefully by the 8th or 9th frame. So the goal here to start is just throw strikes. And obviously, if I don't throw strikes, spare, as I need to get up there quickly. I still need to get to 179. Okay, so still haven't moved my feet for the last 2.5 games, and got my feet at 32 board. It's a pretty good ball. Should hold, please hold. Okay. Nope, that's going to be Brooklyn. Come on, come on, come on. Get it, get it. All right. 29 in the first. Spare puts me 49 in the second. Okay. Until I throw this ball, I've got a 59 in the third. Continue trying to throw strikes. Okay, that's okay. Can deal with that. Oh, that's gonna go. Nope. All right. Well, now I've made fun of myself a little bit. 77 in the fourth. I still got room. I wanted to get there early, so like by the 8th or 9th frame, I had some wiggle room. Okay. I didn't like that ball. Okay, it's all right. So 97 in the fifth, 107 in the sixth. That will sit before this ball is thrown. I'd like to get up to 170 here by about the 9th frame. If I throw a couple strikes in a row, I'll be in good shape. It's a good good ball. Go up, bounce, go pop. Kind of stuck. So 117 in the 6th. If I throw 2 more strikes in a row, that would give me a 177 on the dot. Okay, so I need a strike here. Should be good. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. Kind of put myself in a bad place because of that missed spare in the 4th. So what I want to do here, need to do here, to make it easier on myself, is to throw a strike in the 9th, throw a gutter ball in the 10th, the first ball in the 10th, and then hit 1 pin, the second ball of the 10th. So, all right, shoot strike. Hold it. Okay. Okay, so, yep, I need to throw a gutter ball. I'm currently at 177 in the 9th. I need to throw a gutter ball and then 1 pin. I add the extra 1 in the 9th, and that should do it. Yeah, so gutter ball. Okay, so yeah, 1 pin adds 11 in the 9th, should be 178, and then the 1 pin in the 10th to give me 179. So I need to get 1 pin. I'm going to go for the 10. I'm going to try to shoot for the outside of the 10, and hopefully I don't want to hit the 6 either. So, all right, going for the 10. Or the 10. The outside portion of it. Did I get it? Oh, darn it. Barely. All right, well, that was fun. Almost had it. But, all right. Hopefully you enjoyed this little practice session and a little bit of fun at the end. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. A lot going on. Keep sticking by. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Throw a comment in as well. See if my approach to that 179 game is something you would agree with. So, appreciate it. Thank you very much for staying with me.